Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Remember, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another Habs Daily News with the hockey coach, Frenchy. Today, episode number 366. What are you coach? First of all, guys, we'll talk about the Habs headlines, following by another Habs market trade proposal. But before we start, guys, we invite you, please don't forget to click on the like, subscribe to the Hockey Nation show, and leave us a comments about this episode. And let's dive in talking about my first subject of the day. First subject of the day, guys, about the Habs news. We have Maurice Richard. Well, obviously, yesterday, August 4, guys, we did not do a Habs Daily News, but in 1921, Maurice Richard was born in Montreal. Played with the Montreal Canadiens from 1942 to 1960, retired at 38 years old, scored 544 goals with the Montreal Canadiens. He was the first player in NHL to score 50 goals and the first single season. We know he won the Hart Trophy and the Stanley Cup 8 times. Listen, Maurice Richard represents the culture icon for all the French Canadians. Did not only make an impact on the ice, but on the off ice after his career. He did a lot of great things in the province of Quebec after he was retired as a hockey professional player. For my family, Maurice Richard was the best player never played for the Montreal Canadiens. My dad always talking about Maurice Richard. My second subject of the day, guys, about the Logan Mailloux. We have two things about Logan Mailloux. First of all, guys, we're still waiting for the meeting between the Montreal Canadiens, Logan Mailloux, and the Commissioner Gary Bettman to give the eligibility of the Mailloux to play in NHL. We thought at some point it would happening during the month of July, but it did not. I'm not too much worried about the eligibility. It's just a formality for the Logan Mailloux play in NHL at some point. My second subject about Logan Mailloux, guys, it came from the general manager of the London Knights, Mark HUNTE. We know HUNTE have an amazing, great career in NHL with the Montreal Canadiens. Said about Logan Mailloux, since John Carlson, we talked about 15 years ago, played with the London Knights, Logan Mailloux is maybe the best defenseman play with the Knights. We know last season Mailloux scored 33 goals during the season with the London Knights. We expect him to start the season with the Laval Rocket for the upcoming season. My third news of the day, guys, about David Reinbacher. We know he was drafted by the Montreal Canadiens 5th overall pick in 2023 from Réseau des Sports, RDS. This is in French, I apologize, but I'm going to make the transition for you guys. David Reinbacher won the title of the youngest best defenseman in the NL last season with the team at Cloden. This is a great news about Reinbacher. We know Reinbacher is going to come to the main camp with the Montreal Canadiens. If he don't make the team, he's going to return in for the second year with the team at Cloden and the NL. Finally, my last news of the day, guys, about the goaltender Samuel Montembeault. What are you talking about? Listen, guys, he's on the final year contract with the Montreal Canadiens. At some point, I expect Ken Hughes is going to offer an extension contract. My question to you is about how much money do you expect Montembeault should get for the Montreal Canadiens? Do you feel comfortable to offer an extension contract to Samuel Montembeault 3 years at $3 million? Is it too much? Or is it not enough? I would like to hear from you guys about the contract with Samuel Montembeault. We know Montembeault is look like to be the starter of the Montreal Canadiens for the upcoming season. That's conclude, guys, all the news we got for the first subject of the day. Leave me a comment if you want to talk about Mailloux or Reinbacher. What about Maurice Rocket Richard? And finally, about the contract extension about Samuel Montembeault. Let's move on now, guys, for my second subject of the day. My second subject of the day, guys, is about the Habs market trade proposal. What do you have, coach, today? First of all, guys, a trade between the Edmonton Oilers and the Montreal Canadiens. Really? Yes. For me, I want to talk about Raphaël Lavoie, drafted by the Edmonton Oilers, 38th overall pick in 2019. Big, giant, 6'4", 219 pounds, play center and right wings position. Last season with the Bakersfield Condors, he has 25 goals in 61 games. What do you got, coach for the proposal today. The trade today, guys, is about Montreal Canadiens get Raphaël Lavoie and return they send Jesse Allen. Allen draft 35th overall pick for the Montreal Canadiens 2018, played 37 games last season with the Montreal Canadiens with 6 goals, 10 assists for a total of 16 points. Now, I understand Lavoie never played in NHL and Allen have a little bit more experience. But I don't see Allen to have a really good spot with the Montreal Canadiens for the future. I would prefer to have Joshua Roy and Emil Henneman and for the Jesse Allen. And return Montreal get big, giant, 6'4", 2019. Montreal could develop him. Worst case, he could play with the Laval Rocket. And I think that would be an overall a better deal for the Montreal Canadiens to get Lavoie and send Allen. But I would like to hear from you guys. What do you think about my mock trade proposal today between the Edmonton Oilers and the Montreal Canadiens? Allen for Lavoie. And that's it. That's all, guys, for all the subject we have on this episode. Thanks for watching another Habs Daily News with the hockey coach, called Frenchy. But before we leave, guys, we invite you, don't forget, please, to click on the like, subscribe to the Hockey National Show, and leave us a comments about this episode. And, of course, you have greatness inside of you, and we wish you an amazing, great, blessing day, everybody.